Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good day. So today I continue with exercise 3.5 question number C. Okay, this one. So previous video I have discussed question A and B. So today we look question C. So if you look question C, the question asks you test the consumer association hypothesis at 1% significant level. So at the first place, you must know what is the consumer association hypothesis. So if you look from the first sentence, a particular consumer association wants to determine whether there is a difference between the population proportion of two leading car manufacturer. Okay, so if you look here, the keywords they want to see, is there a difference between model 1 and model 2 or not? Okay, but which parameter they use? Population proportion. Alright, so the words here difference mean equal or not equal? Not equal, isn't it? Because difference. So this is the hypothesis testing. So again, as usual, for hypothesis testing, traditional method, you have 5 steps. So your first step is write down your H0 and H1. Okay, you know you have two model 1, model 2, and then they are talking there is a difference or not. So you will have pi 1 minus pi 2 not equal with 0, because they didn't mention difference how much. Okay, and then they didn't mention here which one minus which one. Okay, they just mentioned is there a difference between population proportion between two leading model car or not. Alright, so it can be pi 1 minus pi 2 or pi 2 minus pi 1, but you look at the question more easier. So here is your claim. Why is a claim? Because you get the words difference too in the question. So here will be pi 1 minus pi 2 not equal with 0. So if you look the first step, is it one tail or two tail? It's a two tail. Okay, so you have right and left side. So your alpha just now is 0.1%, 1%. So you will get 0.01, isn't it? But since you have two tail, your alpha should be divided by 2. You get 0.005. Okay, so that is your first step. Alright, I want you clear at step 1. This is your hypothesis. And then you must clear, is it two tail, one tail? Is it alpha should be divided by 2 or not? Look your area too. Alright, now step number 2 is test statistic. Alright, so test statistic, because this is two population proportion, you only have one, you have two formula. Alright, you need to look here. This one, is it 0 or not 0? Alright, so if it's a 0, okay, if it's a 0, you can see that your formula in page 6. Okay, page 6. If you look, if pi naught, this is pi naught, okay, this is pi naught equal to 0, your formula will be z test as well, okay, but it will be p1 minus p2 minus pi naught divided by p naught, 1 minus p naught, alright, 1 over n1 plus 1 over n2. Okay, so what is, sorry, not PP, not PP, okay, pool P sebenarnya, pool P. So what is PP? PP is x1 plus x2 divided by n1 plus n2. Alright, so if you look from previous video, alright, from previous video, we mentioned what is our x1, what is our x2. Okay, it's come from model 1 and model 2 lah. Alright, so you will get 53 plus 78 divided by 500 plus 400. Okay, so you calculate this one, you get 0.1456. Alright, so you have the P1 here before this. Okay, your P1, if you remember previous video, your P1 is equal with 0.1325, and then your P2 is equal with 0.1560. Alright, So you have P1, P2, PP, and pi naught is here 0. You have your N1, N2. You substitute all the value into the formula. Your answer here will be negative 0.9932. Alright, so 4 decimal places. Everywhere should be 4 decimal places. So that is your step number 2. So step number 3, critical value. Alright, so you use Z test, you will refer which table? Z table. Alright, so what is your alpha? This is your alpha. Alright, because you have 2 tail, your alpha should be divided by 2. So here will be 0.005. So if you look table, you get 2.5758. So here, is it positive or is it negative? Because you have two-sided, two tail, you have both, plus minus. Okay? So now step number 4, decision. Okay? So your decision, what is it? Okay, reject H null when this value in the dark side. Okay, so again, I'll show you in terms of figure first. So this one and, oops, sorry. And then you have left here, you have positive 2.5758. Here you have negative 2.5758. So this value, is it at the dark side or at the bright side? So if you look this value, it's inside here, isn't it? In between that. So it's at the bright side. So do not reject H null. Okay. But there is a way how to write it nicely. Okay. So let's say if you want to write it, okay, but my advice you to write it as well. Okay. Do not reject H null. Do not reject H null since this one very important. Your Z test ni, okay, Z test, which is what is it? Negative 0, sorry. Negative 0.9932 is in between Z 0.005, which is 2.5758. This one will be Z 0.005 equal with negative 2.5758. This is how you write it. Okay. So clear, step number 4. So step number 4 ni, do not reject H null. So here you take it. Alright, you have it. So when you have it, you have this one. Your step number 5 is conclusion. Okay, since I don't have a space here, I put here lah. Step number 5. Okay, important here at alpha 0.01. Okay, what is your conclusion? There is no difference. Okay, we also can say like that lah. There is no difference of population proportion between model 1 and model 2. Or we can say that at alpha 0.01, the consumer association hypothesis cannot be accepted, isn't it? Okay, because we do not reject H null. Okay, what is a consumer association claim? There is a difference, but when we do the analysis, there's no difference. Okay, so we cannot accept consumer association hypothesis. Okay, so the other way around, at alpha 0.01, we have enough what? We do not have we do not have enough evidence to support the claim. Okay, I have a problem with my pen. Okay, here we do not have enough evidence to support the claim. Okay, what is the claim? The claim is there is a difference, okay, between model 1 and model 2. All right. Okay, so that's all for question number 2C. All right, so if you look this question, okay, it can be anything. I mean from one story, first they ask you confidence interval, which is chapter 2. Right? Then they ask you one population proportion, and then they ask you two population proportion. So in final, it will be like this as well. Usually chapter 1, 2, 3 ni, they can combine, especially chapter 2 and 3 lah, they can combine together. That's why I said if you're good in chapter 2, inshallah chapter 3 you will good as well. Okay, the condition, the situation, okay, the rules tu you must bring forward to chapter 3. Okay, but basically quite tedious at mean je, right? At a population mean, okay, because you have many rules or many condition to fulfill, okay, or to check. But if you know this is okay, this is proportion, automatically you know, okay, we only have z table, okay, z test, okay. So it will be very easy lah compared to mean. But if you good on identify what is it, okay, actually that one can be improved, the skill can be improved when you do many exercise. So in your module 2 there are many questions, so you can try do the question, and if you done, then you can if you have problem, then you can ask me lah. All right, so I think that's all for today, exercise 3.5. So I think that's all. So thank you, class.